I want to talk to you about energy bucks, okay? Energy bucks. And so you may be wondering, what are energy bucks? Energy bucks are units of energy needed to carry out your day. So if you think of energy bucks as money, okay? How much money do you need to carry out your day, your week, your month, and your year? You have to think of energy in the same sense. All right. So I think of energy as bucks because it helps me to organize how I distribute my energy to ensure that I have enough energy to do my life, my day, or whatever you want to call it. Okay. And so that is why, if I'm getting ready to launch something really big, I stay away from social media. I stay away from unnecessary phone calls. I don't pick up extra tasks that God did not call me to pick up. Why? Because that's going to cost me some of the energy bucks that I need to do my deal, okay? Or to do whatever it is that I'm doing. And you know what? Having that mindset and understanding how energy works and how much I need, it really does help me do my life. And my life is no joke, right? So being a mom, I have to have energy to get through my day. And I have a younger toddler that requires a lot of my energy. My toddler is no ordinary toddler. My toddler needs activity structure. Some toddlers can, go off and play and find things to do. And he does do that very seldomly, but he likes to have learning time, have reading time, have, activity time, have outdoor time. So all of that requires my energy, not to mention chasing him, having to do all the different aspects of being his mom. Additionally, you still have to cook, you still have to clean. And then on top of all of that, I still have to generate revenue. And in order to generate revenue, I have to create valuable products and services within the marketplace that solves people's problems. So my energy source needs to be high, because in order for me to be a mom, which pulls at my energy bucks, okay, so I'm just shelling out money throughout the day. So I'm shelling out energy for all these different things. I need to have energy that exceeds that level to be able to process what's going on in the marketplace. What are people needing within my niche? How to create products and services that's going to help them, as well as how am I going to get that out in the marketplace in the creative ideas. So you're talking about, even with a team or having help, you still have to be able to think on a level that is high energy or high vibrating so that you can do these things. So a lot of times you may be feeling stuck in your life and you're feeling like, what is going on? I had this business idea a year ago and I still haven't even started it. Or, I wanted to do this or do that and it still isn't done. You may have unfinished projects around your house that you've been wanting to do and you can't get them done because you do not have the energy. What you have to determine is, what is it that I am trying to achieve in my life? And I'm going to tell you, a lot of that comes through prayer, fasting, and seeking time with God, because the word says, seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, the kingdom of God and its righteousness, and all these things will be added unto you. So it's God or heaven. I have to go double check that. Y'all can please Google the chapter. It is Matthew 6:33, because I don't want to quote it wrong. But in essence, it's saying, when you seek God, all these things will be added unto you. And it's not saying that you don't have to do any work. It's just saying it will help you not waste energy on things that are not associated or aligned with your purpose. Excuse me, my voice is going just a little bit because I'm so excited about this message. But so a lot of times you see yourself, you see and envision a different life, but you're not able to obtain that life because you don't have the energy or the reserves or the money, right? Let's look at energy as money to pay for the vision that you have. So what you have to first start doing again is that prayer and fasting and seeking the Lord, because it's going to show you exactly where to target your energy. You guys, I went on this fast and came off the fast and spent some time with God, unplugged from a whole bunch of different things, just everything really that was unnecessary. And God laid out a plan for me that was so amazing. And the reality was the time that I had been spending trying to do this, trying to do that, none of it was clear to me because I was expending energy. And yes, I was getting sparks of a vision. But until I was able to really plug into seeking first the kingdom of God or heaven, I got to look that up. Okay. I got my phone. I'm just going to keep going. Just look at the scripture. Okay. But when I first started seeking God, let's just put it like that, I was able to get clarity on exactly where to expend my energy. And I can't describe to you how good that feels, because now when I wake up, I'm spending energy on the right things, right? I'm spending energy on everything that is necessary for me to fulfill my purpose in the earth. And I know what my purpose is because I spent time with God to get that purpose, so that the things that come with that purpose can be added to me. All right. So understanding that first, then determining what is sucking up all of your energy, right? So that is keeping you from the purpose that you have. So, it could be, whatever job you're working, or some relationship that's draining you, that's not even in alignment with the word of God and the principles of God, not in alignment with what God has for you. So you're spending time, going to see this person, doing all this different stuff, or whatever the case is. And that is all the time that you could be spending on your purpose. So you're spending your energy bucks amiss. Okay. So that's something you need to see God about. Also, social media. Nothing wrong with social media. Thank God for social media. It's a great way for us to keep in touch with our friends and family, people that live on other sides of the world, even in different countries. You can video them on Facebook, which is awesome. A lot of people try just downgrade social media and say all these bad things about it, but they're always on there. So I'm not going to say I'm not going to be on social media, but I had to limit the time that I was spending mindlessly strolling. Because did you know that every piece of information that you receive, you have to process that? Your brain is a processor. So it has to process that information and put it where it goes in your mind. Okay, so that all takes energy. So if you're strolling social media for some hours every single day, or an hour or whatever, you can multiply that by 2, because that's how much time it's going to take for your brain to actually process all of those different ideas and thoughts and different things like that. So that's why when I am in the middle of something major, I typically stay away from social media. If I have to post for my business, I will post from an app that doesn't require me to log in. And I will stay away from that because I don't want to spend my energy bucks on what Susie ate for dinner last night. I don't want to process that. I don't want to spend energy processing who went to the club and what they did at the club, right? Or somebody's angry, governmental response to something somebody did. So you are inhabiting that energy, whether it's bad, negative, sad, who died, all these different things that you're seeing and processing. And then the articles that just pop up out of nowhere about all these different things. Okay. And the reality is you need to get your life together, right? Yes, we do need to be knowledgeable of what's going on in the world, but you can't consume yourself so much with that you're not processing and fixing your own life. You can be worried about what's going on over in China, but if your own personal life is not together, what is the point of spending your energy thinking about what's going on in China? Can you get your little circle? And charity begins at home, right? And spreads abroad. So, getting yourself together is the most important thing that you can do. Okay. So when I am in the middle of building something or doing something, I stay away from every single thing that is going to drain my energy, lengthy conversations that are going nowhere. I will, if you really want to win an argument with me or a disagreement with me or any type of whatever, approach me when I'm about to do something big, because you will win. I will let you win. You are so right. And I'm saying you're right, not necessarily to say that I agree with what you're saying. I'm saying you're right in the sense of that's what you believe. So I'm going to let you carry that belief and keep that belief, because I'm not going to expend my energy trying to defute and or refute every single thing that you said and what you believe, because I need my energy to do this. Okay. So when you understand energy, you will begin to use it differently. So let's just say you have, I don't want to do numbers because literally I'm doing this off the top of my head because this is the way I live my life. I don't have any notes in front of me at this moment. Now, sometimes when I do make audios, I do have notes, but not today. I was just thinking about, I was putting my son down for his nap, and I was just thinking about how much I still needed to do. And it is already 6 o'clock. And I was starting to feel a little depleted on my energy. So I was thinking, what can I do to increase energy at 6 o'clock? Because he's taking a nap. I still have a lot to do. He's going to wake up. He's going to be up all night. So I'm going to need a ton of energy. All right. So what can I do to extend my energy? So I was thinking about what shake I was going to make. A lot of the times I will make a shake and I will put specific things into my shake. Like ashwagandha powder, maca powder, and please be careful. Do not use these things without consulting your doctor. Do not do them just to be doing them. Understand why you're doing them, because maca can make you gain weight if you do it wrong. So it's not affecting my weight loss journey because I know how to use it. But I'll put B12 powder, all this stuff, in fenugreek seed powder. Just a whole bunch, and there's other things, and then I mix all that with like this big protein shake, and I just blend it all up. Why? Because I need fuel, and I understand what my body has to do. Just like an athlete who is going to go play a football game or going to the Olympics, they understand what their body has to do, so they have to condition their bodies to do or expend the energy, right, that it needs to expend to do what it needs to do. So in the same sense, you have to train like an athlete for your life, because you need your body to do what it needs to do. You need to be a mom. You need to be, some of you have to be a wife. Some of you are in a single parent household like I am at the moment. Okay. And that takes even more energy. Then you have all your other household duties. And then if you have to also generate income, you need to be aware that you need to train your body to be able to withstand all of the energy that you are expending out of it, or your life is never going to change, because you're always going to feel exhausted and overwhelmed because you don't have enough energy or money to pay for the life that you are trying to have. Okay. And so if you start looking at energy as energy bucks and start understanding the dynamics of your life and how much energy you need to have to do it, you need to live your life on an energy budget or generate more energy, right? So when I say live your life on an energy budget, if you are working, taking care of a child, a home, maybe have a husband, and you want to start a business, guess what? You're going to have to budget, meaning that you don't have enough money or energy to be on social media and Netflix and the phone, okay, to be able to do the business. So you're going to have to say, let me look at my expenses. I can't take away being a mom. I can't take away being a wife. I can't take away cooking and cleaning household duties until my business is profiting enough to where I can hire people to do these jobs. So at this moment, I still have to use my energy for these jobs. Plus, I still have to generate income, right? So that I can manage my bills and things that I'm managing so that I can build my business. So I have to cut some things because now I'm overexpending. And so now I'm going to cut my social media strolling. I'm going to cut Netflix binge watching. I'm going to cut, this person that's calling me every single day for 2 and 3 and 4 hours, right? And I've been that guilty person, right? I've called people for 2 and 3 and 4 hours, but not 2 and 3 and 4 hours, but I do have just 1 or 2 key people that I like talking to for a length of time. But we are usually bouncing ideas off of each other's heads, encouraging each other, and the time is still spent renewing and replenishing the energy. So I do not feel depleted after those calls. But at the same time, I'm very cognitive of when I do want to have these energy generating sessions with my two favorite friends, right? I make sure that I'm aware of what their schedule is, what they have to do, and ensuring I am not infringing on time that they need to do what they need to do. And they're also making sure, because they understand these concepts, that they're not infringing on my time. So sometimes maybe once a month or something, I'll have a great conversation. But they even know when I am generating something or building something or launching a plan, they're not going to be able to reach me on the phone. Okay. Because I don't have the energy bucks for it, even though that does replenish my energy. It's just the fact that I need to use all the energy that I already currently have to get the thing done. So that's still time that I'm using that is cutting away from what I need to do. So when you start thinking of it like that, you will definitely, your life will grow and change. When you start realizing, and sometimes you feel like, well, I can't be mean to this person, but you're being mean to your child because you're tired, right? Because you spent your energy on someone else's needs, okay? And then your child is not wanting to play a game or do something, and you're angry at them because they want some energy, they want some money, and you spent it all. So that's what I'm saying. Sometimes you have to make these tough choices, because if you don't build your business, right? And you spend your energy bucks strolling and liking and all this stuff, because like I probably miss so many people's birthdays, whatever the case is. Now, when I'm on there, if I see it, I will definitely do it. The people that are close to me, I will try to inbox them when I'm on my off social media time, and then call them or text them, let them know happy birthday. But I can't be on there responding to every picture somebody's posts and messages and all this stuff. That's a job. People get paid, right, to be social media coordinators, where they are on there reading people's comments of the people that are paying them and responding and doing all of that. If you add up the time, let's just say you're spending 2 hours combined. I ain't gonna even go into how much time you're actually spending. But if you spend 2 hours combined, let's say you spend 2 hours, and that's a collective of social media, TV watching, and phone. All right. And there's 7 days in a week. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. That is 14 hours a week, right? That you are spending doing something that is not producing any fruit in your life. So you're spending, how much money does that equate to? How much is it costing you? And I can tell you that the time that I was doing silliness, right, and wasn't engaged with the deep prayer that I need to be doing, seeking the Lord the way that I need to be seeking Lord. I'm not talking about just saying Jesus, because everybody can say Jesus, but they ain't really living for Jesus. They not dedicating their life to Jesus. They are committing adultery on God every single day with every single thing that come their way. Okay. And they're not committed. So to be committed, to spend time with God, to do your Bible studies, to pray, to see God's face, right? If I had spent that same amount of time doing that, right, then the fruit in my life would be showing that. So whatever you invest your time and your energy into, that is going to be what you shall reap. Okay. And so if you think about 14 hours a week, right? What could you have been doing? Could you have been further in your business idea? Could you have been further in like working out or getting yourself together or whatever the case is? And it's not, like I said, not saying do not use social media or do not watch TV or whatever the case is. It's saying make sure that you have the energy bucks for it. Make sure that you have the bandwidth for it. Because if you, let's say you do that, you spend all that time for some years to come doing the same thing. Now you have lost your destiny. You have lost your purpose. You have lost your business. You have lost your idea, your influence that you would be making in the lives of the people whom you're serving. Plus you have lost the revenue that comes with that. And so all you have is just a better idea of what's going on in all these different places, right? The last episode of whatever, the last post of whoever, and the last whatever. So I just want you to be very cognitive of your energy. Start seeing energy as energy bucks. Understand that you only have so much, and you can even compare it to gas. When you fill up your car and you drive so many miles, it's going to get empty and it's going to be need to be refilled again. And that's another part that I want to touch on. And that is renewing your energy source. Now we're going to compare it to fuel, right? So if you need energy to be a mom, to be a wife, to be a worker, to be a, builder, you're building something, you're going to need good premium gas, because guess what? As you exert that energy, you are burning gas. So that's going to come with sleep and rest, which I definitely need to work on. I have not arrived in that area because I don't sleep much. But if you can get more sleep, and that's something I'm working on, you definitely need to do that. You need to be doing prayer and meditation, because through prayer, I promise you, you are going to get insight that is going to give you an advantage that's unfair. I got an idea dropped into my spirit that all the stuff I've been doing, little sparks and little pieces of whatever, I'm telling you that, man, you notice I got real quiet on social media, and it reals because, baby, God is bad to the bone. And when I say that, and I mean that in a great way, so many people are chasing the next viral movement, the trend, what's popping, who getting a million views on their videos. Man, if you plug into God, God created all those people. He created the heavens and the earth. God created everything that is, that was, that will ever be. God is the first, the last, the everything. If you plug into that source, God is the best content creator on the planet. Okay. God is trending. Okay. So when you plug into God and you spend time with God, you are going to save yourself years of time and all that thinking and all that stuff you're trying to do. God can help you see it from his perspective, because our ways are not his ways and our thoughts are not his thoughts. And you're going to be able to be light years ahead of your competition and ahead of whatever you thought you could conceive, because eyes have not seen, ears have not heard the things that God has stored up for those who love him and who keep his commandments. So when you're doing what you are supposed to be doing and spending time with God, you are going to be, I have an unfair advantage. I'm not even lying. And this one I'm coming out with right now, it's just not even fair. Not even fair. And the reality is favor ain't fair. Okay. It just ain't fair. Now, can we all obtain it? Yeah. If you're going to do the work and you're going to spend time with God and you're going to find out what God's purpose is for you, and stop following some random person on TikTok trying to be like them, and understand that God made them and that they ain't got nothing on God, and that whatever plan God has for you is a viral effect because it's for you. Right. So I could get so excited about that. I get so excited. But anyway, so yeah, I have a very unfair advantage. I almost just I don't feel bad about it. I just feel like, dang, you know what I'm saying? Dang, God gave me all like the answers, like open book test, gave me all the answers. All right. So anyway, my point is, that's why y'all need to be up in your word. Get on TikTok and all them other places and start spending time with God. I feel so silly because all that time I'm sitting there trying to figure out, all this. God's like, boom, boom, boom. There it is. Go, girl, do it. Right. And so I feel silly. Yeah. Anyway, you're going to feel silly too when you start spending time with God. Really. And I'm talking about fasting and praying, breaking strongholds, breaking generational curses, seeking God for your life, giving up the things that you know are blocking your blessings. Stop wasting your time and your energy on silly, mindless stuff. Okay. Start stepping into your purpose, and it is bigger than you could have ever imagined. Okay, I'm gonna stop there. All right, but yeah, so when you start thinking about the fuel, replenishing your energy source through rest, through prayer and fasting, and also because when you fast, you give your whole system a break. Y'all, I'm supposed to be on a fast right now, but I failed that because I'm gonna be honest with you, I was just feeling just exhausted, overwhelmed, depleted, and I felt like it just wasn't a good time for me to fast because I was not focused on the point of a fast. So let me tell you what it is to abstain from all food and beverages other than water. And then on top of that, you need to be focused on your word, prayer, praise, worship, not just going hungry. And I felt like if I would have went through with this fast that I normally do at this time of the month, I would not be focused. And so I asked God to forgive me. I said, God, forgive me. I've had to break this fast because I really am feeling just beyond depleted, and I need a little something to do the vision, to finish the vision that you put in me. And then, from there, I just trust that I'm going to get back on track and be able to do my fast the way I normally do. And so I just had to just get off of it. So I'm being honest that there are times where you're going to feel like depleted. You have to know what your body needs and what you can do and what you can't. But understand that you can do all things through Christ. Could I have pushed through that? Yeah, I could have. But I did not. So I'm being honest that I'm not some, super able to fast freak that can just do it all the time and always succeed. Sometimes I fail at it. But I understand the importance of it because it does give your digestive system a break. It does open up your mind to be able to hear God because you're focused, because you are doing those things while you're fasting, not just going hungry. Okay. If you're just going to be going hungry, it's probably, I must just stay out of that. It's between you and God. But anyway, so replenishing is that fasting and praying, resting. And then what are you putting in your body? Now, I don't always put the right things in my body. I don't. Please believe me, I don't. But I'm telling you, when I don't, I feel it. I feel more exhausted. I don't have the energy bucks to do everything in my day. Yeah, maybe I made it through being a mom that day. Maybe I made it through doing laundry that day or cleaning, whatever. But I didn't make it to the business that day. Why? Because I ran out of gas. Okay. So in order to have that fuel, that's why I said in the mornings, I do this big protein. I was doing smoothies, but then when my vision got bigger, my supplemental life needed to get bigger to match the energy needed to produce the idea. So I started to push more on the smoothies, on the protein shakes in the morning, so that I can go ahead and grab that protein, so I can grab that ashwagandha, that can help with my stress or anxiety, keep me calm and focused. The maca to push that energy through my body so that I can really see what I'm doing, and the B12 so that I can have energy, less brain fog, all of these different things. And then the like I said, the collagen for my bones and joints, because I need to be able to get up, jump, run, move fast with agility to catch a toddler. And then be able to have the mental fortitude to jump back into what I was doing and catch up. So I want to put that out there because a lot of times people see what I put out and they be like, how the heck? And I did say heck, even though hell is not a cuss word, depending on how you use it, I guess. But how does she do? Like, she has a toddler. How does she build? Where is she getting this energy from? So I want to be honest to tell you that I do fuel my body for creative ideas to be produced, okay, and processed. And so that is a part of your energy bucks, is restoring your energy, because when I do eat bad, I don't get the rest, I don't get the prayer time in, whatever the case is, then I have to tap into my energy reserves. Okay. And then I have to start, draining that to just get through the day. And, but if you want to create those powerful, high quality ideas in the marketplace that serve people, you need to first get with God to make sure that you're not wasting your time spinning your wheels going the wrong direction, but that you are using the inspiration and blessings that He gave you to create what He gave you. And then you also need to make sure that you have enough high level. You got to rise above the people you're serving energy wise to be able to serve them. All right. So you need to rise above that, excel in energy so that you can create what you got to create and do what you got to do. So replenishing that could be that hot shower. I try to make sure I do my facials 2 to 3 times a week. I was doing them 5 days a week, but look, I got too many things I'm trying to do right now. Time to be sitting there doing all that, to be trying to look a certain way. But I do try to do at least 3 times a day, to just that hot steam on my face. It just replenishes and then the LED lighting on my mask, it replenishes my skin from all the facial expressions I'm making when I'm sitting at the computer, the light that is coming from the computer that is also affecting my skin. Also, the light therapy helps with eye renewal and regeneration, because, your eyes are straining, you're looking at a computer screen. So you want to replenish all of these things so that you don't get depleted and just not even finish the race, right? So make sure that as you're thinking of energy bucks, you're thinking of replenishing your energy and all of that. Guys, I could go on and on about this, but it was just running around in my head when I was putting my toddler to sleep. And I said, well, let me just make a quick audio to help other moms or other women. You don't even have to be a mom to listen. You could be a man to listen to this, honestly, because it's good stuff. Right. And just start seeing your energy as energy bucks. Stop wasting them. If you worked all day to make, let's say, $100, would you just go to the store and spend it all on cookies? So in the same sense, don't spend all the energy that you have on things that are not prospering you. and moving your life forward. This is not anti-social media or anti any of that, because when I'm, not really doing a whole lot, well, I'm always doing a lot. I'm an overachiever. I'm an overachiever. But anyway, I'm always doing a lot. But the point is, when I feel that I have the extra energy to stroll Facebook, I will do it. But now I have put like a 15 to 20 minute limit on myself. And those are only in the seasons when I am not, I don't even know. I'm always doing something. But if it's been like 15, 20 minutes, I just go ahead and get off. Like that, you're doing too much, because again, all those ideas just popping at me. Who ate this? Who did this? What is there? Who died? This or that? This story from some random person from the other side. Like all that stuff, my brain is processing and burning energy, and I need my energy. And all of that. So anyway, so the key thing is to understand the energy is like energy bucks. You have so much to spend a day. Determine the life that you are living, the ideas that you have, the things that you want to accomplish, and how much energy you need to use to do those things. Determine if you need to do an energy budget and make some cuts. Okay, because if you need to make those cuts to be able to meet your goals, you need to make those cuts. Okay, understanding that you need to replenish your energy through rest, prayer, meditation, and fasting, and also through supplements and other things that are right for you. Don't do what I'm doing. Do what's right for you. Okay. And see what works for you to make sure that you have enough gas in your tank so that you're not draining your reserves and that you can actually accomplish what you want. If you want to change your life, you have to speak directly to that victim inside of you and tell that victim to get out of there and say, that's not me. That will never be me. I'm not a victim. I'm a powerful human being who has opportunities, who has tools, who has the ability to change my story.